Hello and welcome. Today, I'd like to talk to you about obsessive or intrusive thoughts and compulsive behaviors, or obsessions and compulsions for short. Obsessions and compulsions are symptoms that affect many people and are often misunderstood. If you've been struggling with intrusive thoughts or compulsive behaviors, please know that you are not alone and help is available. In this video, I'll explain the common symptoms related to obsessions and compulsions and how exposure and response prevention, or ERP, a powerful cognitive behavioral therapy technique, can help you take control of your life and start feeling better. These symptoms are often characterized by two main components: obsessions and compulsions. Obsessions are unwanted, distressing thoughts, images, or urges that repeatedly enter the mind. These thoughts intrude on our lives, often making us feel out of control, and they can create a great deal of anxiety, distress, and have a significant impact on your life and well-being. Common examples of obsessions can include fears of contamination, fears of harming others, or even fears of making a serious mistake. These thoughts often lead to compulsive behaviors, actions which a person feels that they've been compelled to perform in order to relieve the anxiety caused by the obsessions. For example, someone with these symptoms might experience the obsessive thought, "What if I leave the stove on and cause a fire?" In response, they may repeatedly check the stove, even though they know logically that it was turned off. The urge to repeatedly check can be very strong. As another example, someone might have intrusive thoughts about germs or contamination and may feel the need to wash their hands over and over again in order to reduce the anxiety. These compulsive behaviors or responses provide very temporary relief from the distress caused by the obsessions, but the relief is very short-lived. In fact, engaging in compulsions actually reinforces the cycle of thoughts and behaviors, making the obsessions and compulsions stronger over time. This cycle of obsession, anxiety, compulsive behavior, and short-term relief can create a pattern that's often difficult to break. The more you engage in compulsions, the more they seem necessary to cope with the anxiety, but the cycle never truly ends. If you're experiencing these symptoms, I want you to know that there is hope. One of the most effective treatments for obsessions and compulsions is something called exposure and response prevention, or ERP, a specific form of cognitive behavioral therapy. ERP works by helping you face your fears related to the obsessive thoughts in a controlled way, and most importantly, helps you learn to resist the urge to perform the compulsive behaviors that usually follow. In ERP, we start by identifying the obsessions and compulsive behaviors or rituals that follow. Then, we create a hierarchy of feared situations, starting with the least distressing and gradually moving to the most distressing. For instance, if your obsession is about contamination, the first step might simply be touching something that you feel is dirty and feeling the discomfort that arises. As you continue to face these fears without engaging in compulsions or responses, you'll actually learn that the anxiety eventually decreases on its own. The key to ERP is response prevention. What this means is that after facing the feared situation, you're going to refrain from performing the compulsive behavior, like washing your hands or checking something repeatedly. Over time, this helps you learn that the anxiety caused by the obsession will naturally decrease, even without performing the compulsion. At first, resisting the urge to perform compulsions or responses can feel incredibly difficult. The anxiety may spike, and it might even feel unbearable. But through ERP, you'll gradually build tolerance to the discomfort. You'll discover that your anxiety decreases, and you don't need to rely on compulsions to feel better. This process of facing your fears and resisting compulsions is what breaks the cycle of obsessions and compulsions. One of the most powerful aspects of ERP is that it helps you regain control of your life. Rather than being controlled by your obsessions and compulsions, you'll learn to take back your power and live life more freely. It's important to know that ERP doesn't eliminate the thoughts, but it does help you change your relationship with them. Instead of trying to push the thoughts away or get rid of them, you'll learn how to tolerate them and let them pass without reacting with a compulsion. This shift in how you respond to your thoughts is what actually helps reduce the impact obsessions and compulsions have on your life. If you're struggling with obsessions and compulsions, I want you to know that there is help available. Exposure and response prevention is a highly effective treatment that can help you break free from the cycle of obsessions and compulsions. It takes time, effort, and support, but with practice, it can truly help you regain control over your thoughts and actions. Here at Ontario Structured Psychotherapy Central North, we offer government-funded, structured CBT in both self-guided and therapist-led formats. Make a self-referral on our website at www.therapyontario.ca.